We'll go back over there. Okay, let's play some games. Let's do it. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for that moment, letting me do that. I'm trying to promote better stream health by taking a break every few hours. I'm going to try to do that today. I am very notorious about squirreling and forgetting that stuff. If you are a streamer, take at least a few minutes every few hours. Both if you're a gamer or if you're at work or whatever it is, make sure to get up and stretch a bit to promote your health. I am terrible about that. I have always been terrible about that. Since I was very little, when I first got on the computer, I would literally be on the computer for like 20 hours straight, without getting up, without using the restroom, without eating, without anything. I would literally just sit there and be so enthralled in what I was doing, so in the zone, that if anybody done that, anybody been so in the zone that all of a sudden you realize it's like 5, 6, 10, 12 hours later, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if it's happened to you. Put it in that chat. Yeah, I'm at least mute myself at least once and then start talking to you guys at least once per stream. Because I muted on my microphone and then I forget. I should probably mute it over here, and then when I don't see the bar, it'd probably be a smart idea. So yeah, so make sure to promote some good procedures. As in, get up and take a break. Now, what I like to do, too, is I like to actually go for a little bit of walk down the hallway, or I might walk outside and walk around a little bit. In my neighborhood right now, it's like 12 midnight. So, yeah, watch out. Don't do that in a neighborhood. You got a bad neighborhood. But still, it's good to get up and go for a little bit of walk, wake up a little bit, and then it kind of helps get your adrenaline going again. Get your noggin working. Maybe, you never know, might think something amazing while you're out walking around. Especially during the day if you're working or whatever it is. Instead of just going and sitting in the break room, I suggest to go out and go for a little bit of a walk. Go for a walk, 7 minutes out, 7 minutes back. That's 14 minutes, leaves you a minute to spare. Or go 5 minutes out and 5 minutes back, and you have 5 minutes left over to sit in the break room if you want to. But a great thing to do, because as the more you go and do that little walk each day, or maybe twice a day, then eventually the walk gets easier, and then easier, and then easier, and you're going further and further, and before you know it, you're feeling better and better, and boom, you lose 40 pounds like me. Simple as that. It's not that super complex. You know, it's not like you need a degree to know the deep detail of how to lose weight. Basically, don't eat so much bad stuff and go and exercise. Now, it's not that easy for everybody, because some people have medical conditions that make it more difficult, but that is basically the gist of it. I mean, it's basically you're just storing up extra energy. And that's what your body does. That's what fat is. It's extra energy. So you have all this extra energy that you just need to burn off. And it doesn't, nothing shouldn't be a stigma to it. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it. That's what your body's meant to do. But for some people, it's very difficult because of medical conditions or whatever else that they have to do that. I know it was very difficult when I started, but it's possible, because if I could do it, anybody can. I mean, mine got to a point where I just was enjoying the frivolous stuff in life a little too much. A little too much candy, a little too much this stuff, and too much candy and ice cream and M&Ms and all of that stuff. And I've ate enough to kill a rhino. So I'm not missing it that much. I'm not missing it so much that I would rather have that 40 pounds back. That's for sure. That's for sure. I would rather feel much better, like I do. So there we go. 9:30 for you. There you go. Yes, I'm born and raised in California, so for my natural time right now is 9:30 in Pacific Standard Time. Is that not TM? That sign says 89 million. Does that mean zombies per horde night? What sign says 89 million? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't see no sign. You're just trying to troll me. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to mess with my brain. By the way, Horde Night coming up in just a few nights. Definitely going to have a Horde Night tonight. Getting into some trouble. Now, this is our big mega base. Actually, let me turn the sound on. Hear all the lightning going on. This is our giant mega base. We are absolutely crushing it in this playthrough. We have a long entrance there. We have our sky garden here. We have a huge area for trees. So we're probably going to get started here first on our forges, as I like to do. I like to get our forges going on. Oh, we got a whole bunch more lead. Look at that. A whole bunch more lead in there. Very nice. We're going to go ahead and go in here and get some more wood frames out. Made a whole bunch of them. Now, we use wood frames to melt stuff down. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on, as well as I've got a bunch of lead, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on some more bulletproof glass because we need a whole bunch of it. Maybe we can get a huge dent on our Sky Garden today. We literally need thousands for the Sky Garden. So it's not gonna be like a 5-minute thing with that much bulletproof glass. But we are gonna get it done, and when we get it done, it's gonna be epic. That's what's amazing. So there we go. Kismet, can you make zombies harder for the last week on the community server? No, Nizro, because when I reset it, they're going to be harder, and also the night's going to be longer in the next playthrough. So I've taken the kid gloves off, everybody, so step it up. I'm also going to make it 1 step harder, and I'm also going to make it where the nights are the normal cycle as opposed to being reduced. So be ready for some longer and tougher horde nights. All right? So I'm taking the kid gloves off. So we got about another week or so, and then we're going to do a restart. If you'd like to be part of our restart, on our community server or on our teamwork server, let me know. Let me know on the Discord. So go on to our Discord. I'm about to throw it in the chat. Just click that link. Go in there. Whisper me, Kismet on there, obviously. Go ahead and whisper me over there and say, Kismet, I'd like to be part of the community server. I'd like to be part of the Discord server on the relaunch. And we'll bring you in. So about another week. Probably not this weekend, probably the weekend after that. We'll go ahead and relaunch. It'll be pretty fun. Or we might wait till Monday of that following week. So not this Monday, but the following Monday after that. There we go. Because I was talking about the sign that says Horde Night. It says 188 million. Is that? I don't know. It said million. Oh, you're reading it as a number. I get it. I wasn't reading it as a number. Yep, 189,196,203. Or no, that's not right. Yeah, 189 million. No, it's 189 billion. 189 billion, 196 million, 203,210. That's what that is. Threw me off. Yeah, it's not 89 million. That's a lot. That's 189 billion if you put that as a number. Billion with a B. Yeah, if you make it as a number. But yeah, no, those are the horde nights. So day 189, day 196, 203. I guess if you really wanted to be correct, you would go up and put dashes, which some people do. Some people, they put the dashes in there. But I just put it as, that's one number, that's another number. That's the thing there. You froze my brain there for a second. My brain was like, that's not right. That's not million. That's billion. Got to go. Good night. Good night, Evan. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Because Evan is the best. Evan is the best for hanging out in the stream. Appreciate the love. Thanks for hanging out. So, yeah, step it up, people. Did you ever find my pillar surprise under the Sky Garden, Kismet? I don't think I did. Kismet thing. Have a great night. That's a lot. Whoa. Yeah. That's a lot, but no, it's just to tell us what horde nights, when the horde nights are, which they are those days. Which we have day 203 and then probably 210. I don't know if we're going to reach 210 tonight, but we're going to try. We're going to try for it. So again, we need to start with our forges. As you can see, we started with those forges. Let's see what we got going over here. We're going to probably need to start off with some more iron. And again, every time you log in, this is what you should do. You should make sure all your forges are thoroughly stocked. Lots of stuff. That one actually needs clay going on there. Let's stock it with lots of frames because we're just going to let that run. Let's go over here and check our clay supply. Or actually, it's over here. No. Well, they're over here. It's dawned on me that we have clay, I think, over here, too. Nope. No, we don't. We got a little bit of stone. A little bit. Got to start burning that stone down, too. If you have like 5 boxes of stuff, 5 boxes of stone, 5 boxes of wood, you're doing it wrong. That stuff should become something. It shouldn't just be stone and wood. Oh wow, this needs a double bit of burning right there. I should get more clay for that. So put a stack of clay there. We'll get more clay and we'll actually like double stack. Where am I going over there? Stop it. I got a bunch of clay. Double stack this at 6,000. There we go. And then turn that on. Now, also, while we're doing that, we want to go ahead and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and make some more forged iron. Really? 2 is all I can make? Just 2. And then over here, we can go ahead and make some more. Let's make some forged iron over there. So you'll see me go back and forth between forged steel and forged iron, and the whole point is to fill up this entire box, and then we can use it whenever we need it, which you need it all the time, to repair your stuff. Speaking of repair your stuff, the zombie slicer is in effect. It's already doing its stuff, because once I start up the... Notice how the second I start these up, that's when the crawlers start to show up as well. What? Resub love from Gurabatsky! Oh my goodness! Everybody, show him some love in the chat. Let's see, what emotes we want to do for love today. Let's go ahead and wave hello first. Let's do some Kismet waves, or Kismet highs in the chat. For Gurabatsky. As well as let's do some leets in there. When anybody resubs, let's do some sparkle leets in the chat. We'll show them some love. Right there. There we go. Thanks for the resub love. And we got that melting down into glass. That one needs iron as well. So we'll go ahead and do this. Put that up there. Top that out with clay. So yeah, it needs more iron than it needs anything else. And if you're gonna put stuff in there, you might as well max it out at the beginning, because then you can let it run for a really, really long time. So I just kind of let it run for an hour or whatever. It's gonna keep doing its thing over now, doing its thing. Oh, this is done over here. All right, so we don't got anything else. Let's go ahead and put iron in there, like so. And that's gonna keep on making the glass, but also melting stuff down for next time. Now again, we need more lead. Let's check our lead box. That's completely emptied. That's the way it should be. We shouldn't be storing up a lot of extra resources for no reason. That's looking good too. How are we looking at our glasses over here? Let's go ahead and make some more. And I'm just going to go as much glass as I can. So 32 minutes. So this doesn't need to go longer than 32 minutes. So I'm going to just hold down the right mouse button and cut that in half. 42 minutes ought to be pretty close. 39 minutes. So you don't want to waste your fuel if you don't need to. 32, 28. Ooh, pretty close. So it's going to go ahead and make a whole bunch more jars. Now, while it's making those jars, it should also be melting down some more sand to make more things. Now, why make so many jars? Well, you use a lot of them for other things other than just water. Use them for other food that you build. So you want to have a whole bunch of them. Look at all that leet love in there for you. Awesome. 5 times combo. Unlocked. Trina says, all right, kids, I'm heading out. I'm out of fuel. Need to hit the hay. Got make the dough to bring home the bread. Exactly. Love you all. Have a great rest and night. An even better stream. Thank you so much. Everybody say goodnight, Trina, in the chat. I'm going to put that in my nice things that people say. Now, again, I call this Fallout 5 because it very much reminds me of a mixture between Fallout and Minecraft, only to find out that was exactly their premise for it. Incredibly fun game, 7 Days to Die. Super, super fun. Bunch of nukes coming in. By the way, we're going to keep with one tweet from now on. Thank you, Feisty Queen, for that host as well. Let me see if I missed anybody. Again, Garrett Robotsky with the resub love. Commander Rides, Keyblade Knight as well. We have Mara Dave with Make It Rain, also Grasshopper earlier. The Walker with a host, as well as Feisty Queen with a host as well. And everybody with a host. Hey everybody, how you doing today? How you doing? Hey Tessie, what's up? What's up? We're having some fun up in here. As you can see, we're melting some stuff down, making some jars. Right like that. So we got that going. So over here, this one is brass. Now we know currently doesn't look like we have any brass. Let's check our drop boxes. See what we got. We got some bullet casings. That's good. A little bit of lead. Oh, we do have some brass right there. Do we have any brass radiators? I don't see any radiators. Radiators, by the way, one of the best ways to get it because you can put it in there. It takes a while to melt down, but you get a whole bunch from it. We might have to do some of that today. In drop box 2. Oh, there's some lead in there, right there. Don't see anything else. There's some glass in there we can get later. Let me check all the drop boxes real quick, in case I forgot something in one of these drop boxes. Uh-oh, here's some bad guys. Again, that's why we have those sniper holes up there so we can see. I don't know why the blade traps didn't kick on. Let's go find out. Also, I'll bring some stuff to repair them while I'm at it. Get some mechanical parts and electrical parts. And we're going to need some steel. Let's do it. Let's go down here. And not turn this one back on again. Oh, ran out of fuel. Wow, finally ran out of fuel. Okay. So that one ran out of fuel there, so we had to refuel that. And this one here. And that's what caused it not to kick on down there. Now this particular kill box is the mega kill box, is multiple levels to the kill box. Now if it doesn't turn on, she's going to jump down in there and basically just destroy your blade trap, which takes a good amount of resources. I really don't like it when they destroy the blade traps, but sometimes it happens. There we go. Kill box. That's right. Using that kill box emote in there. Now, if you are, if you've been away from the stream for a while and you've just got here, it's actually getting cold in here. Getting cold in here. I went away and I came back again. You can go ahead and find. You got a whole bunch new emotes right there in the chat. So feel free to check out those emotes, like the kill box emotes, which is super fun. Super fun. All right, let's go up here. And let's go ahead and put some of this sweet, sweet loot into its various stuff. All right, so right here, we're going to go ahead and put some brass in here. Take these bullet casings out. And let's get all the brass stuff that we can. We'll go ahead and double it up. And it probably doesn't need to run for very long, so maybe about 15 minutes at most, because this melts down fairly easy. So we'll let that run. And then the same thing over here with the lead. Go ahead and put a little bit of lead over here as well. You always want to be filling this one up with both lead, if you can, and then iron and clay if you have really nothing else to put in there. Or you can just fill it up with everything. So you can also use your weapon forges as well as for your bulletproof glass forges. So we're going to work a bit on that today. Try to get that going. You see we've got some bullet tips that we made. Pull those out of there. Go ahead and put this lead weight in there, so that'll go away straight away. I think I'm going to actually put the full stack in there. And let's turn that on. And there we go. So we're gonna, notice how that instantly disappeared. Another lead one here. But that one didn't instant disappear. Let's put it up here at the top. There we go. Now it disappeared. Let's go ahead and speed that along as well. So we're going to need some glass and some stone as well. So let's go ahead and get some sand, which is basically the same thing as glass, and small stone. And let's try to start stacking these with those as well. And I can use that for bulletproof glass if I'm in a hurry. So there we go. So we got lots of that. So let's go ahead and put in some more glass. And let's put in some stone. Over here, same thing. We're going to need some glass and stone over there. Like that. I'm probably going to need some more frames now to let that run for a while. Give it a whole lot. There we go. So I was going to be working on that glass and stone, and when I get more brass and that kind of stuff, I'll put it there. Also, we have the raw ammo over here, which is completely full. Raw weapon parts. We're going to need a raw ammo overflow box. Let's get that. There we go. And then we'll get a sign. All right, so this is going to be raw ammo overflow. Anything, we have so much of it, we're going to go ahead and put it up here, like those bullet casings and bullet tips. Because we have a lot, as you can see. We have a massive amount. Now, I need to make a bunch of gunpowder and a bunch of 7.62 ammo so that we have a bunch of that for Horde Night. And actually, let me jump in there and see if my crew's in here. Actually, I forgot to go in Discord. I forgot to go in the teamwork channel. There we go. I'm in there now. All right. So let's go ahead and make some of those. Let's go ahead and first start with some 7.62. What do we need for that? And let's see what we've got right here. So we need gunpowder, bullet casings, and bullet tips. Which we happen to have a bunch of that in here. More than enough, as a matter of fact. Let's take a bunch of extra like that. And then we're just going to simply walk over here to the workbench. And we're going to tell it 7.62. And we're going to let it run on the workbench. Total of 333. There we go. Which is basically how much gunpowder I have. So we can do about 300. And of course, how can we make gunpowder? So we go in and we look at gunpowder. Now, there's two ways to do gunpowder. You can do lump of coal and nitrate in your regular inventory, or you can use the chemistry area. Now, notice it uses 2 and 2, right? Let's go ahead and get my red arrow to point that out to you guys. Notice that it does 2 here, 2 coal, 2 nitrate. Now, when you go to the actual chemistry station, it uses half of that, so you can make twice as much, basically. Incredibly useful. Incredibly useful to use the actual thing. Now, I brought a bunch of nitrate back last time, so we should have a good amount of that. Close this door so we're not running into that. So let's see how much of it is up here. Don't see any up here. Maybe it's still in the drop box. Let's take a look. Or it could have been used already. There's a little bit of gunpowder. We can grab that. Yeah, I don't see it there. I don't know where he sorted it to. He might have sorted it over here to the garden box. Aha! So we're not going to do any fertilizer for right now, so we're going to go ahead and use that nitrate to make a whole bunch of gunpowder. Now again, the more of these things you have running, the more trouble that you have in the long run with a bunch of mobs showing up at your door. So there we go. Gunpowder, we make 6,000. Holy moly. All right, let's do it. Let's just make a massive amount of ammo. Massive amount of ammo, and then we'll put the rest of this back in the garden box. Back in the gas box. Ammo. Thank you for the host there, Death Cat. Thanks for coming in, showing that love. Go ahead and put back all the stuff that I'm not using. Like all these bullet tips and whatnot. Put all that back until we've made all of that thing. Now, I have multiple chemistry stations, by the way, or chemical stations. They're actually called chemistry. But I typically just put it in one and let it run for a while because I'm not going to be actively watching it. I'm going to let it run. Alright, so we got all those forges done. We got these forges done. Now we just need to do the stone forges here, which this one right now has 30,000. Let's see if they fixed that problem with the stone forges. Go and get the rest of this wood frames, and we're going to need to probably collect some wood. Let's see how much wood we got left. Oh, we got lots. Alright, well then, never mind. Let's make a crazy amount of wood frames. Let's see. 6,000 wood frames. There we go. Hey, mods, check out that chat spam. Good night, Custom Rides. Take it easy. Like a rapid fire. Thank you, mods. Take care of the chat spam. Hey, thanks for hanging out in the stream. Mods are on it. They must have been looking away. They must have been taking a nap for a minute. I have a bunch of mods on too, which is pretty funny. Pretty funny. I got like a lot of mods on, but they saw it. They're on it. There we go. Kismet, why would you use wood frames and not a single wood, not simple wood on a forge? Great question, Killer PT. Let me show you why. Let me show you why. Now, this is not my thing. We even wrote it right down here at the bottom. Thanks to David B for the amazing tip on the wood frames. So he said, Kismet, you should try wood frames, or did you know that wood frames, so something along the lines, says, is wood frames better than regular wood? So I'm like, I don't know, I never tried it. I usually just use regular wood, right? Like most people, right? You just use your raw wood, or if you have like the Val mod, you can do like chemical logs, or you can use coal. But what we did is we went and we tested it. So instead of using just raw wood, and we'll try it right here on the stone one. Instead of using raw wood, which we'll go ahead and right click, and you can see how long it lasts. One wood right over here. I'll use my red arrow, make it nice and easy for you guys. Right here is 50 seconds. So we'll go ahead and take that one wood back out of there again. And then we'll just put one wood frame. Now you can see that it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's 2.5 times almost the original, 2.5 times the wood, right? But then you're like, wait a minute, Kismet. Wood frames cost like 10, right? So it's really not worth it. You should be using the other stuff. But they changed wood frames. Wood frames now only take 2. So to really compare them, what you'd want to do, of course, is to put 2 raw pieces of wood in there and see how long it is, which is 140 versus, take that out, 230. So it's not really that much more, right? It's a little bit more, almost 2 times, really less than 2 times, more like 75% more. But you get more time for each frame, so it adds up. It adds up. So let's say we put, let's go ahead and cut this down, say 100. So 100 wood. Let's get this to 100 frames. Oops. One too many. Okay, so 100 wood. Put that in there. Take this out. That's going to be 83 minutes. Right? Again, we're watching that number right up there where the arrow is. That'll be 83 minutes. Let's go ahead and switch it out with 100 frames. Or actually, it should be 200. Wait, 200. It should be 200 wood. I almost made a bad calculation there. It should be 200 wood because each one is 2. Each wood frame is 2. Let's do some good math today, everybody. Nothing like late night math to get you going. So 200 is 166.40. So you take that out, and then 100 wood frames is 250. Right? So that's a big difference. The more, of course, wood frames that you use, of course, the bigger difference it is between the raw wood. Now, what about coal? What if we wanted to do coal in there? Right? Let's go ahead and get some coal. Over here. Where is it? Over here, raw ammo. Let's go ahead and grab out a bit of coal. All right. So then we have 100 coal. Let's see what 100 coal can do versus 100 wood, right? So 250 is going to be your frames. And then we're going to go ahead and put 100 coal in there. And that's only 33. Only 33. That's not, I think coal is not worth burning in there. Definitely the frames are where it's at. And they will burn for a long, long time. That's a pretty long time. 625 minutes there. It'll do right there. Totally worth it, especially after you get your tree farm. After your tree farm kind of built up a bit. Totally worth it. Yeah, that's how we found out. Now, again, I just learned the other day myself. And I've been playing like almost 1,000 hours. So there's always more to learn in this game. That's what I really like about it. It makes the game really, really fun. Now, here's another little trick, by the way. Notice how I've split all the stacks there? If you want to combine all those stacks and then organize your inventory right up here. Also, I'm giving a red arrow for that one. Right up here in this upper left-hand corner, this little bag right here. If you click that, watch as it consolidates everything together automatically, and then also organizes that bag by various categories. So hope that helps. Hope you learned a little bit there. Got some good Kismet tips going on. So let's go ahead and get this going. So we're going to go ahead and have it make cement. That's all that these do. They craft up cement. All right. And while it's crafting up the cement, so we're going to go ahead and get some extra stone. And we're going to take this raw cement. Put it up here. We're starting to get a lot of wood frames too. Let's go ahead and offload a bunch of that while we're letting that run. Okay, and again, gonna keep going on our stone. So now it's melting down twice as much stone and also producing cement at the same time. And we're gonna continue to do the same thing. Max them out as best as we can. Take the cement out. There we go. Oh, take cement out. And let that go back in. There we go. Forges are still screwed up when it hits 30,000. I'm just going to roll with it. It's like a bug when you get to 30,000 stone. It still thinks you have stone in there.
Just to let you folks know, the Trader Joel's will be closing soon.
What day is it? 201, 203. Okay, good. We're good. How about chairs? That's right. I tried a chair. It wasn't as much. But then again, you have to look at how much wood is a chair. If you brought the chair down, how much wood would a woodchuck wood if a woodchuck could woodchuck wood? There you go. Basically, if you go in there, that was actually pretty good. It was probably the best time I've ever done that. If you go in there and grab it and then, or go to make a wood chair, see how much wood it takes, and then take it and compare it with that much wood and that many frames worth of wood, then I would, then you could tell the difference right there. Let's go get my leather poncho on to cool me down. Oh, you guys are slacking. Need some food and water up in here. I'm not going to do it until you guys do the emotes from now on. Alright, let's let that run. Same thing over here. Let's get a bunch of stone. Bunch of stone out of here. Alright. Again, we'll keep holding that up. Like so, and we'll come back and get that going. See, it should go from 30,000 to 0. Let's see, it gets messed up. I hate when it gets messed up because I don't like to glitch or cheat or shortcut or any of that stuff. But yeah. Still getting messed up. Maybe in the next patch. Like so. Alright, so far so good. We got all of them going. Does look like it. Alright, got that going. Food and water. Let's do it. Okay. I'll let this run here. So we got a little bit of time to let this run. Oh, actually, I'm just going to have some meat stew. I keep forgetting that we got lots and lots of meat stew. Lots of meat stew. So I'm going to do that and then... Oh, really? Was I that hungry? Well, I was that hungry that the meat stew only did 33%. Or no, it's 100% now. It took a minute. Took it a minute to catch up. And then some water. Like so. There we go. Thanks very much, Kismet. You're welcome, Feisty Queen Bee. Thanks for hanging out. Holy crap, Kismet. I found a Spike Club schematic the other day, and instead of looting it, I scrapped it. Oh, no, Parkway. Oh, no, bro. Oh, I hate it when I do stuff like that. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. There we go. Do it all the time, make those mistakes. But that's okay. If you make mistakes in your life, just keep on doing your thing. Because you're going to make lots of mistakes along the way, and that's how you learn. That's how you learn. Let's see. Why only English? It's not only English, by the way. I did ask Twitch about that, Tintalis. It's actually on your end. It's got to be set to English. To see in the chat, mine is not set only to English. I had them double check. Actually, Twitch partnership, which I do have partnership. I buzzed it into them. They said, "Oh, you don't have it set. You have it set right to any language. Anybody can put it in there, but it's on your end that setting is, not my end." So there we go. Plus, that's the only language I speak. So if you talk in another language, I wouldn't understand it. But I don't have it purposely blocked so that you can only do English in here. Now, I prefer if you only do English in the chat. But if you got a friend in there and they're talking French and you're talking French, go for it. Go for it. It's on you. It's on you. I don't mind if you talk other language to each other, but just don't expect me to respond if you're talking in another language, because I don't know. I don't know. Some of my mods can speak other languages, I believe. But there we go. All right, so we got our food. We got our water. We're not thirsty or hungry. Check that out. That's crazy. That's craziness up in here. Okay, might got a little bit too much stone. Might got a little bit too crazy there. Now, we'll come back and queue up cement as well. But it does look like I need to AFK because I do all of a sudden have a dizzy feeling. One of my problems is I have sleep apnea and vertigo, which does cause that to happen. And I know the thing to do is just take a quick break and then come back before Horde Night, because it is day 202. So let's get prepped and ready for Horde Night. Let's go ahead and run down here, and you guys can watch some zombies getting chopped up. And again. Watch them get grinded up. Let's go up here. Second level. Let's watch this way this time. A lot of zombies coming in. There we go. All you can lead comes in with the Kiz or the Kappas. Thank you so much for filling out that cup with those bits. Do appreciate it. Down the raid also made it rain. Gave you guys a whole bunch of Kiz caps there. Very nice, very nice. Talness says, I'm a pharmacist and I also have sleep apnea. I've been using the CPAP for 8 years. Yeah, I tried the CPAP. It basically makes me suffocate. I have a pretty substantial overbite, which makes it tough for it. So I use a mandible device, which works pretty good for me. If you're a pharmacist, you probably know what a mandible device is. You go to the desert. You can go to the desert too, but that's a totally different story. You can go to the dentist. Speaking of sleep apnea, it's kicking in there, which makes it difficult for me to speak. Dead mobs. Dead mobs. So what I did is I went to the dentist and they took a mold of my teeth and my jaw and everything. And then they made a mandible device that I put in there. You can also tighten it too, and it makes it easier for me to sleep. And it does work. What level are you? Oh, good question. I don't look at my level. I don't really care. 187 right now. 187. I typically don't look at it. I think actually the leveling right now in the game is a little too easy, especially if you have the auger. Oh, cop coming in. Look out. Whole bunch of them coming in. Now we are going to be resetting the server and turning up the hardness of the server as well. So be tuning in for that. If you'd like to join us for that, let me know. I will be letting some people onto the teamwork server. If you'd like to be part of the community server, you can do that as well. If we think you're going to be awesome. Look at you how you got past the blade traps. I'm impressed. You're still going to die, but I'm very impressed. Now, this is our mega base. It turned out fantastically. One of my favorite builds that we've done here in 7 Days to Die. Sorry about your noggin, bro. Not really. Not really that sorry. All right, he got owned up. As you can see, our base just basically collects free loot all day, every day. Get in there and chop up those evil zombies. Hi. Wow, cops are coming. Tons of cops today. What I do is I do the chest shot. You try to slow them down with the chest shot, and then you try to get the head shot. Unless you do a little bit of fail fish there. Now, the chest shot also... Oh, there's 2 headshots in a row. The chest shot also interrupts them when they're trying to projectile vomit at you and try to kill you with radiation. Which works pretty good. Works pretty good. So there we go. We're going to let that rock and roll. Let that rock and roll in the city. Now, if you want to check your points, you go exclamation point loot or exclamation point points. But usually loot is a bit better so you can see all your loot and all that stuff. So yeah. I know a lot of people I know, members I have, and people I've met along the way that do use a CPAP machine, which works great for them. I'm not saying don't use it. I'm saying try it, and if it's right for you, go for it. And I tried a bunch of different ones, and they just didn't work for me. So I know it's a bummer. It's a bummer. I feel like I'm going to get suffocated. It gives me anxiety attacks when I'm in there because I feel like I'm actually suffocating when it's trying to... Because what it does, it forces air in there so you don't stop breathing and you don't die while you're sleeping. That is very important to not do that, but I have basically that function. A lot of other people have that problem too, where they actually stop breathing while they're sleeping, and I've done a bunch of sleep tests and all that stuff. That's how you find that stuff out, by the way. And then they tell you, hey, try this thing, and try the other thing, and try the CPAP, and try all that. And I tried it. Tried it for 2.5 years. Oh, look out! It's Susie coming in, dropping the elbow drop on the Bit Boss. Now the Bit Boss. It's Susie going to get. It's Susie going to get that 10,000 kiss caps, or maybe it's going to be one of you. Maybe if you dethrone It's Susie up there as the Bit Boss, you're going to get sweet loot. Sweet loot up in here. So there we go. Hi, Alibide. Hi, everybody. I'm going to take a quick break. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to let you watch some zombies get chopped up. Going to do some music for just a little bit. I'll be right back, though. I'll be right back. I'm just going to walk around for just a few minutes. Hopefully that'll help my dizziness. Again, I do have vertigo and sleep apnea, which, of course, both of those are really tough because the less you sleep, the more it affects your vertigo, and the more dizzy I become. And I have to be smart about my health so I can hang out here and stream longer with you guys. All right, so I'll be back in just a minute. In just a few minutes. Let's do it. Stealth boy activated. Boom, I'm back, everybody. Sorry for that quiet delay. That was a good one, man. Woo, I got super dizzy there. I started walking around. Had to actually lay down. I do apologize for the long AFK. I try to be the quickest AFKer on Twitch, but wow, did I need to lay down for a minute. Been pushing myself a lot. I was trying to get my stuff from my mod squared away today. A whole bunch of other stuff from a whole bunch of other people, a bunch of graphics, and stuff for my kids and real life as well. Wow. See, I know where my limits are, though. That's where it was, right there. Be smart about your health, please. Be smart about your health. Take breaks from time to time when you're streaming. People will be there. If they really love your channel like they love mine, 130 people just, or 140 plus people just sat and waited for me to come back. And boy, that is like sends a message to Twitch like you wouldn't believe. Like, we love Kismet enough that we'll wait here until he comes back because we know he's got some medical issues and he does need to take that time for that. But now I feel better. See? If you have the same problem, if you have vertigo, if you have sleep apnea like me, what you want to do is learn to manage it. It is manageable. It is manageable. You don't have to lay down and die like they told me to do. Screw them. I ain't going to lay down and die. I just learned to manage it better. I take different rest periods as I go along. And then if I really get bad, like I was getting really, really dizzy, there was about an 8 dizzy. I have a dial between 1 and 10. If I get to about 8 or 9 or 10, then I lay down. Because then I know I'm going to fall down if I don't lay down. I actually fell today too, which I haven't fell in a while because I can usually manage it pretty well. But I totally fell today. Like what happens is the earth kind of dips suddenly on me, and I don't know if I'm really falling or not, so it really throws off my equilibrium. What I have is I have some hearing loss as well in the middle channel of my ear, which causes that vertigo. And then I actually fell hard today. I mean, it hurt bad too. I hit myself in the chest. I cut my wrist up there when I hit it on a bar when I was picking up my daughters from unicycle today. But I've been pushing myself, and that's what you got to do. Just find out where your limits are, and then just be smart about it and say, okay, well, you know, just need to ease off a little bit. Ease up off of that gas pedal a little bit. Kind of get yourself back in a good place and then go right back to it. So let's do it. Host Kismet Street can make my mood at 180. We're going to try Zombie Basher. We're going to try, by the way, I did see that right as I was AFKing. I am sorry for your loss, man. I know that can be a tough time. I lost my father a few years ago, and it was a pretty tough time. But as long as they lived a great life. My father left a great life. Was loved by everybody. Was a man's man, like a cowboy. And he was retired for 30 years. Got to do what he loved to do for 30 years. Just sat around, did his artwork and all of that for a very long time. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Oh, own that guy. Own that guy. So we're on a hungry. We're hungry like a wolf. I'm lost, but I'm also found. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that musical interlude here on the stream. And again, thanks to everybody for hanging out. Again, I can't thank you enough for being understanding of when I need to lay down from time to time. That's a tough job, but if anyone can do it, it's Kismet. We can do it. We can do it. Let's show up some love. I want to see some serious hearts for Zombie Basher in the chat, everybody. We might have to do a love train. That's what we need to do for Zombie today. We need to show some Zombie some love. We need to amplify that love. Send it straight out to him because he's having a tough night tonight. So I'm just joining tonight. Are people on the server tonight with Kismet? No. Right now, there is nobody on the server right now because I wear them out. I play way more than they do, and then they get tired. I'd like to be part of the team where server says Anon. All right. Make sure to whisper that to me. Oh, you did. There we go. There we go. He did whisper to me. I was looking at my whispers. Duh. Duh. So there we go. There we go. Yeah, I just hadn't turned it on yet, Chewy. I hadn't turned on the music yet when it did it. Sometimes it takes it a minute for it to kick in over there, too. There we go. Kismet, I was enjoying the music. Go lay down a bit longer. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Usually I find, by the way, if you do have vertigo and you're having that problem, I find a good 5 minutes lay down. I don't necessarily fall asleep, but I do lay down for that 5 minutes. Then when I get back up, I feel kind of like a second wind. I feel refreshed because what happens is once my dizziness goes way down, then it's not triggering that anxiety of being dizzy. So it does help a lot. Even if it's just like 5 minutes of just laying down, just relaxing and that kind of stuff, it does help a lot. Oh, you got spanked. Look at all these dudes. Wow. Holy moly. Might need to repair this stuff. Oh, we got nothing to repair it with. That's going to make it tough to repair it if we got nothing to repair it with, right? Let's get back up here. What do we do with all that stuff? We might put it back, right? Do we put it back or do we put it in the drop boxes? Oh, it's not even in there. I must have put it somewhere. Oh, I must have put it somewhere. What did I do with those mechanical parts? Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. I don't know what I did with them. Did I use them all? Possible. We had a bunch of them, though. Oh. Anybody remember what I did with the mechanical parts? Wow. I totally forgot what I did with them now. Let's go down here and see if we got any in the box. We need to get some mechanical parts, that's for sure. Huh. That's a great question. What did I do with them? Maybe I used them up. You wish you had some moonshine? Well, that helps and hurts at the same time. So there we go. Depends on where you get the moonshine from. Now, this is the moonshine state here in Tennessee. But moonshine doesn't solve it, man. You know what you need? You need some good loved ones. You need some people to bring you some love today. And that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and give Zombie Basher lots of love, bro. Let's give him lots of love. We're going to do a love train here. Welcome back, Kismet. Thank you, Crazy. There we go. Let's see. Kiz, can you just make mech parts? I sure can. I sure can make them as well. If you guys want me to make some, I'll make some as well. What you need to do is you need to spec in, now in Alpha 16, by the way. You need to spec into Science. And then when you get to do it yourself, you can go ahead and make electronic components. But also, at the first level, at Science 5 and Construction Tools 30, you can go ahead and make those mechanical parts. And to make mechanical parts, I love going out and wrenching cars, though. It's a lot of fun. You need some steel and a whole bunch of duct tape, which we have those in quite abundance. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We should make some more duct tape while we're at it, too. Let's make some more duct tape. Some duct tape. Let's go over here. Let's make some glue. Oh, look at that. Gunpowder is getting done. Glue, what do we need? We need a bottle of murky water. So we're going to go over here and see if we have any bottles of murky water, which would be on this side. How we looking? Oh, we got a bunch. Okay. We got a bunch. We're going to put that bone up there temporarily. We're going to take that 500 and we're going to put it right here. And then we're going to go ahead and make some glue. Oh, wait. In the chemistry station. I'm going to make that glue. And we're going to need some fuel for our glue making deal here. And we're going to go ahead and make 500 glue, which can allow us to take the gunpowder out. And then we can go ahead and go to the workbench here and go to 762. Oh, did I make that in the workbench? Somebody else made it in the workbench. So we need some bullet tips as well. We got a ton of frames on us here. So let's go ahead, put that frames away, and then kind of restack all that stuff a bit better. And then we'll grab some bullet tips here as well. Somewhere. Over here. Over here. A couple things of bullet tips, a couple things of things. How much is 1,000? Do a whole lot. Do a whole lot. Actually, I think we're making some on this side. Right here? Yeah, we're making them right here. Okay. We'll just make them in the same one so we have them all stacked together. There we go. So we got all that gunpowder done. And apparently somebody's making gunpowder back here actually in the workbench, which is not what you should be doing. You should be doing it in the chemical station because then it takes less to get it done. But that's okay. That's okay. Now over here we'll do the same thing. We'll go ahead and use this other workbench here to do a bunch more because we are closing in on Horde Night. It is day 202. We're going to do day 203. We'll keep that going, and let's see. We need some more bullet tips first. A whole bunch of whatever we can grab. We're gonna need more brass casings. And we'll queue up even more. Right here. We'll let that run for a while. 721. That ought to do it. That ought to get it going. Put this back up here into raw ammo. Stack that gunpowder as well. And we need more nitrate, which we're going to have to probably get at some point. But we're looking good there. Looking good on all of that. Our glass forge has stopped for some reason. Keep that going. Make a whole bunch more of those. And then we're making glue, which means we're making tape. So we got that going there. We've got the glue going. Oh, there's that gunpowder that we started earlier. Even more right there. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got a lot of it. A lot of it. And we're just going to stack up on 762 here. Use another one here. Of course, the more workbenches you have, the more you can kind of split it among the workbenches. Makes it a bit easier. Need more bullet casings. Now, I'm making a lot of 762 because that's typically what I use. A lot of that. We use a lot of that on Horde Night. So, yeah, we're going to need a lot of more brass, too. So, we're going to have to get some brass as well. Oh, there's the mechanical parts. I put in the raw ammo. I thought I had some more. I put it in there temporarily. That's right, when we were taking that other thing out. There's those mechanical parts. Awesome. We'll make some more anyway. But what you need to do most of the time is you need to do basically a lot of tape. A lot of glue, which then, of course, leads to duct tape. So we got that doing that. That going there. This right here is still making even more gunpowder. We're going to let that run. On this side, we have nothing going there. We have that glue going right here. And then we can go ahead and go over here and say duct tape. What else do we need? Cloth fragments. If you notice, all that kind of building stuff is in the same box. The reason why we do that is so you don't have to go in. You don't have to go into the cloth box, and then into the bones box, and then into the bullet tip box, and then into the brass box, and then into the steel box, and then into the forged iron box, and then into the spring box, and then into. That's just so much time. It wastes so much time. Put your stuff together, combine your stuff, make it easy on your people. Create what I call mixed boxes, boxes that are mixed together. That makes it just easier. For you to do so. That's 142 there, so not bad. We're going to make probably about 500 of that later. And so let's go ahead and make some mechanical parts. Right now we have about 22 duct tape and forged steel. We have 151, but we have a lot of each of those. Now also, while we're doing that over here, I think that's our last workbench, right? Yeah. We'll go ahead and just queue up a whole bunch of mechanical parts after that. 22 for right now until we make more tape. And then now we can actually take the tape right as it's being made, and then queue some more up right after that, and then that's about 8 minutes there. You want to have all your forges, in theory, all your forges running, all your mixers going, all your campfires, everything going all the time, every minute, and including your personal inventory. If you're doing that, then you're doing it right. There we go. I grew up in Murfreesboro. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm sure you know where that is. Middle. I have no idea where that is. It's Susie. I have no idea. Again, I am born and raised in California. I can tell you all of the streets up and down all over California, Arizona, into Colorado, all of those ones up into Oregon and all that. I've traveled all of those roads. In about 3 states deep from California. I've been up and down and left and right. When I first got a car, I would just get on a road and I'd say, where does this road end? By the way, Lincoln is a really, really long road in California. It goes for hours and hours and hours and hours. You can literally just keep going on that road forever. Actually goes right underneath the LAX airport, by the way. Pretty wild. Goes on for a very, very long. Mech parts are in the raw ammo kits. Yes, I found it. Thanks, it's Susie. Appreciate it. Hi, I'm the Steven the 7th. Everybody say hi to Steven in there. We're going to go ahead and do a love train. Here for Zombie. Let's do it, everybody. Make sure to put @Zombie. Put your favorite emotes from your favorite streamers because he needs a little bit of love today. Sometimes we just do the love train just to give people some love. So let's do it.
Saltbot here. It is time for the Kismet love train. Put and then the awesome person's name in chat along with your favorite emotes from your favorite streamers. They will fly all over the stream to show support for all the love.
Let's get it going up in here, everybody. Need some more forged steel. Let's get it. Let's wake up a little bit. Let's get the love train going. So again, throw your favorite emotes from your favorite streamers. You'll see them flying across the screen. Haha, hot dog. I like the hot dog one. Good one, zombie. Let's do it. Put some of this ammo back. There we go. And steel is what we need. Riding on through. More mechanical parts. Let's do it. Bam! 91. Let's do it. That'll take a while. Let's go check on those things down here. Check on our blade traps. Let's do it. Now, the cool thing is I can repair this from inside the base. Of course, the more forges and more other things I got going, the more zombies are going to attack. We do not have a subterranean base. Why? Because it's too easy. It's too easy. Now, of course, you're just starting off on the game. Feel free to give that a try. You build a base down, offset it by 40, so all the sleepers or screamers are way off to the side, away from your main entrance. Make sure to offset your entrance way far away, about 40 to 50 away. Oh, look at this damage. Taking some damage up in here. We should go around and repair the rest of the base. Alright, I think we should do some base upgrades too. And again, this is the Mega Automated Kismet Kill Box. It is quite amazing. One of my favorite builds that I've done. We'll go take a look at the outside. We'll go ahead and upgrade it a bit first. Here we are on the sniper level for Horde Night. It's going to be tonight. So you just stand up here with your chicken leg. Snipe peeps. Cops coming in. I like to stand right here in this corner. And I'll show you why in just a second. So I knew I was going to miss. Go ahead. Try to shoot me, cops. Come on. Woohoo! Dodge behind there. Dodge behind that bulletproof glass. I hear you shooting at me. Oh, I don't think so. Right before he shot at me, got him right in the face. Now, all the rest of these zombies are dumb because they're just going to just jump in there and get chopped up. Because that's what they love to do. They love to get choppy-choppied up. Now, I do need a little bit of forged iron there to repair the base. So let's go around, get the whole base ready, prepped and ready for Horde Night. Let's repair anything else we need to repair here. There we go. Let's get our base in tip-top shape. Thanks, everybody, for getting on that love train. Hope you feel much better after a little bit of love. There's zombie. There we go. I'm going to go read. Hope you have a good night and stream. Thank you, zombie. Great. There you go. Do something you like to do, bro. Go do something you like to do. Hope you felt the love tonight. Felt the love up in the stream. There we go. And again, welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We're about to do Horde Night up in here. It's going to be fun. Oh, look at this one. The beam itself is getting messed up. Gotta fix all that. Fix all the bars. Anything else need to be repaired up in here? A couple things could use a little bit of repair. Piece at the end. Oh yeah. He's gonna call some, or she's gonna call some more peeps in. But we don't care. We've got an automated base. I don't even need to worry about it. They're gonna run up here. They're gonna start to attack. The only ones I really worry about are the cops because they can shoot at ranged, and they do a good amount of damage. So watch out for them. And I already checked all the blade traps. Blade traps are looking good. We need to work on that bulletproof glass as well. Snipe that bad person. A little bit of repair up in here. Again, Usually I only repair the stuff that looks really really well damaged. But the rest of the stuff I usually come back later and take care of. Like this. Now it's also a little bit easier, of course, to repair all this stuff from outside your base. Let's go ahead and work on some of these supports here too. Let's upgrade those. And the same thing here. Let's upgrade our main supports. There we go. That'll keep us from losing any of our main supports that we're using. Now again, with that steel on there, it takes a lot more damage than normal. So let's go down here to the bottom of the kill box, the purple level. And we'll check how all of our stuff is doing. Doing good. Our spikes need some help. Looks like they're getting damaged pretty good. Thanks, everyone. It's just going to be hard at first. No, what she said, jokes. No, that's what she said. So it's going to be hard at first. I wasn't even going to go there, but now you took my mind there. You took my mind there. That's what she said. I should have a thing for that. That's what she said. I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna have to get a sound. Add a sound thing. I actually had that at some point. Wonder if I have that on my drive. Hold on. See if I can find it. Over here. Nope. Nope. I don't think it's on my soundboard. I think I took it off my soundboard because I wasn't using it very much. So we're going to go ahead and repair all these spikes. What do I got on my soundboard? Yeah, I got this one.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's a good one for you. There we go. There you go. I love that part in Bruce Almighty when Bruce Almighty's making him speak. And he's just like blah 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 blah. He's just doing that really funny sequence in there. There's something to cheer you up, zombie. Go watch that sequence from that show. It's pretty funny. He's like and he's just like writing the teleprompter because he's got the powers of the Almighty. He's in there writing the teleprompter and messing with that guy. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. There we go. Vero Dub, Kismet, tomorrow's Horde Night, not day 103. 203. 203 should be Horde Night, yeah. I had a 203, not 103, right? Or did I type it 103? Yeah, I got 203. I probably just said 103 when I meant 203. But there you go. I knew what I was doing with the thing, with the stuff. With the stuff. Okay. So we're looking good there. Now we can also repair way out here, by the way. We can also work on these insides areas, which we've not upgraded yet. I'm just going to go ahead and burn that. A base like this, a base of this size and complexity requires a lot of resources. So make sure to spend the time to upgrade it all. I'm actually going to upgrade all this to steel down here. Rarely do I upgrade the floor, but let's just do it. Just for funsies. Now another cool thing about this base is I can literally just loot out there too. I can grab those guys and I'm going to auger them. Actually auger them from back here. Grab that loot and actually work on the whole base from inside. Now I was going to add a subterranean area to this underneath so you can loot from underneath. But I think I'm going to forego that since we're going to reset soon as well. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, always out of space. Let's go ahead and just offload some of this stuff right here. Again, hear him showing up all the time. It's just like free loot collection. It's like free loot all the time, constantly, when you have those forges running. And again, when you have the forges running, they're just going to keep attacking your base. So if you're wondering why your base is getting attacked constantly, it's because you have all your forges on. Your forges do attract them greatly. Now, it's also the other stuff, too. It's campfires and all of that. Chemistry stations and whatnot that will attract them. Like so. Again, lots of base upgrades. Should be doing the walls while I'm at it too. Should be fixing all the walls. I'll come back and get the corners later. We're going to use up a lot of this steel today. Fixing our stuff up here. The one that really needs it right there. We need a repair kit, which I luckily have. My nail gun ran out there. Now, by the way, the higher the quality level on your nail gun is how fast it goes, but also how long you can use it before it does get broken. Now, it also goes a bit faster, I find, when you do have your stuff pretty high up, kind of like the auger. If it's getting really close to breaking, it has a tendency to go a bit slower. But then you can't really tell that much, I think. You can tell a little bit, but not too much. Get some serious upgrades up in here now. Now again, if we did have the ability to get from underneath, you could do this much easier because you could just go underneath and then try to upgrade it instead of have to move the zombies out of the way to upgrade it, which is much more helpful. That's already polished steel there. Now some of these we can't get from this side, so we'll have to go outside and get those eventually as well. There we go. Hey, Green Eyes Gamer, what's up? Says, hello, awesome gamers. What's up? Such a great scene. I know, huh, isn't it? It's 21:04 on my first 21-day horde night. Wish me luck. Good luck, good luck to Dallas. Everybody wish him some luck in the chat. Hopefully you got yourself a nice base, some nice peeps to back you up. 'Cause it's going to be fun. Whoa! She came in at high speed. She came in like a wrecking ball. Nice. Damage that a little bit. Now I could go out there and do this from outside, but it's so much easier just to do it like this. And this is why you use 50 rounds, is so you can still see through them and do what you need to do, but without the need to have to go out there where the bad guys are going to try to kill you. Not that they're not going to try to kill you from inside here, but just less bad guys right in your face while you're trying to do your thing up in here. Trying to get your thing on. Like so. Nice, nice. Yeah, this stuff takes a while to get done, but hey, not that many zombies over here. That's funny. That was like perfect timing. Yay, there's not that many zombies. And then, of course, it starts up and then zombies come running in. So what I'm trying to do is just try to clear the zombies that are in my way so I can upgrade all of these walls and stuff. Oh, out of steel. Let's get some more steel. Alright, this is going to be awesome. Any of our supports need help. Blade traps a little. Alright, oh actually that one's taking some decent damage. Decent damage. Now when I upgrade this again, this is going to be a whole lot. Because if you look at the steel, how much the steel is worth. Go ahead and upgrade one of these. That's 10,000. That steel is going to be versus 6,000. Now they still have to go through the 10,000 steel to go through the 6,000 concrete, and then the additional 3,000 concrete to get into your base. So it is very substantial to have everything up to iron. We're just kind of going around getting the parts we can get from inside here, just to make it a little bit easier instead of getting ganked every 2 minutes, which does happen quite often in this game. You're constantly getting ganked. Or attacked by stuff out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Wow, we did all the way around. Awesome. Alright, so we got some stuff in the corners there. So let's go outside and let's go ahead and risk it. Because it is nighttime and they will run up on me. Try to run up here. See what we can do. Repair all of this. Oh, some of this needs to be upgraded. Like that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on, zombies. I know there's more of you around here somewhere. That's a whole lot of them. Dang. Not only did the screamer call some, but that was a pack of them show up right there. And you saw a bunch of them run off that way. A whole bunch of them hanging out there. See if I can snipe them. Ah, they got too far away. Got too far away. I hit one of them before it happened. So yeah, a bunch more mobs now in my way. So let's see if we can upgrade what we can here. And then we'll go look on this side. I usually start in one spot. And then just kind of swing around the corner and look. That's pretty cool looking though. That's pretty cool looking. I think this is the first time we've fully upgraded this bottom part. And of course more zombies in my way now. Zombies. You're so crazy, you zombies. Okay. Oh, there's one I missed right there. Again, I'm not really trying to loot. I'm just trying to clear them out of the way so I can upgrade the ground area. There's one right there. Very obvious which ones I didn't get. That's what you want to do. You want to look at stuff from different perspectives to see if you got it or not. Now, I could turn the power off and run in there, but let's just do this. Looks like Chewy's going to have to come in here and repaint all of this. Apparently, I did not upgrade some of these down here. Get the running ones first. Watch out for behind you. Oh, look out. He's the only one who can crawl out of there. No bullets. Time to get up in the club. Nothing. Nothing. Such a bummer when they have nothing. Alright. Oh, and I'm out of steel. Out of steel. Steel goes very fast when you're doing this kind of upgrades. So that's why you'll see us build a massive amount of it, and it seems like a lot, but it's really not. It's really not. It's not, especially for a base of this size. You do have to have a lot of steel and a lot of forged iron. You should constantly be doing those. And that's what we're doing right in here. You can see we're melting it down, and then we're constantly making more. So let's go ahead and get some more forged steel underway, and let's go ahead and grab some of this out of here. Let's put some of this random stuff into the drop box. Got some more rockets. Nice. Random stuff. Stufferoonie. We've got some lead there. As well, I don't need support poles right now, so let's go and put support poles away in frames. Definitely need some concrete, forged iron. There we go. We might need some black iron. Grab some of that just in case. And let's go back. Work that out. Bam. As well. Over here real quick. Press some buttons. Clicky click. There we go. So yeah, this base is coming along pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, I think. It turned out fantastic. Now, would I do this base pyramid thing again? Probably not next time. It was a great test, though, to see if they would run up it instead of just trying to break through it. So if you are going to make an exterior base, make sure to put it angled. Same thing with here, with this. You can see that all of this turned out to be angled. Yeah, apparently I did not upgrade the bottom part. Just the top. Well, Chewie, you know you got a job to do. Oh, he left for the night. Ah. When he sees that, he'll be like, Kismet, I gotta paint that all in again. Yep. Gotta paint it all in yet again. Huh. That's showing damage, but it's not letting me repair it. That's wild. Whatevs. Okay, we got the corners done. It might be like, Kismet, why don't you just paint it in, bro? Why don't you paint it in to look like metal? Because it's not metal. I wanted to be metal. I wanted to be 10,000. Boss X Coder coming in with the love. Also, Alibi with the 5 bits a bit ago. And, of course, it's Susie with those bits as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate that bit love. All right, let's go ahead and check on our supports here, too. We definitely don't want our supports to give way and us to lose our blade traps. And sometimes you can see some of the supports that need help from down here a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and check all of the supports. There's some back area there that needs to be done. Also, these can be upgraded. Do that all the way around. These top supports. Like so, because those are going to get hit as well. There we go. Check our blade traps. Our love for that spike right there. I think this is going to be like the most well repaired round of this base we've done so far. See some other ones I missed right there. And we got the side ones there. Go on this side. Now, also another thing to do while you're doing this is crouch down so you're undetected. And the second you're detected, you know somebody's coming at you. But still, sometimes stuff comes after you even though you're undetected because it's an alpha game. So just remember that when you're doing various stuff. To crouch, it does help a lot. And I stand up when I'm running just to make it easier. Again, we're making some huge strides here. Massive strides. There we go. Looking great. Just when you think you've done them all, there's always that one more or two more that you forgot. Oh. Out of steel again. Out of steel again. Out of bullets. Got like 1,000 bullets up there. Laters. Crawler. Try to come up with the hatch closed. Let's go get some bullets, everybody. Have some fun sniping. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, 500 bullets ought to do her. Reload because we ran out of bullets. Once you reload once, and if you have an infinite amount of bullets, you can pretty much own them. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Go down one into the base. Like so. Kismet, what perks do you have? I'll show you in just a second, KS Boom. Great name, by the way. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Let's go shoot some peeps in the face. Let's do it. People getting chopped up. Y'all get croaked? He's around somewhere out there. Yeah, he's trying to go up into the thing. See, he's trying to go up in the thing where I was. Yeah. I don't think so. That's what we got hatches for. Keep you from crawling up in our base. Dream on, bros. Oh, missed. Didn't miss. Okay, now here's another trick. Try to get him on the ground. Over here. Shoot him once, then aim at him, get him in the head. Quick aim on him like that. Now, this guy's actually dead, but because he's a feral, you can actually have feral regular mobs as well. Thank you, Prompt Sage, coming in with a host. Box X Coder also with a host. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Can we see how this base looks from a distance? Absolutely, Bebo Lazy. Absolutely. So first, let's talk about perks. Now, I'm pretty high level right now, which is kind of a bummer because the Augur gives you massive amount of levels, which I try not to actually use it to level. I try it if I'm only like digging out areas of the base and stuff. But if you'd like to take a look at the base, we'll take a quick little tour. How about that? We'll run way over here to our main entrances. You can see we've got a catwalk up here and, of course, some Dance Dance Revolution in case you get in the mood. Up there as well, we've got a main entrance down here where you can go underneath the base and go down there. You see we've got a drawbridge here. And we'll go ahead and activate that drawbridge. And then we can run down, run all the way to the bottom of the base if we want. You can drive your bike down there as well. As well as we also have a catwalk. Catwalks are one of my new favorite things. With catwalks, you can go very, very far. Very, very far. Little sniper moment there. You can go very far. You can go a distance, a span of 26. So you put support on this side, you go 13. Support on that side, go another 13. That's a span of 26 with only 2 supports, which is pretty epic. I'm not doing that right now, but you can totally do that. So you can see also we have another entrance over here. A really epically long one, also 3 wide. Has a lot of forged iron right there. And then, of course, you can drive your bike directly into the base. Do a little Dance Dance Revolution while you're at it. and go straight in the base here and then drop it off. So this is, of course, the Mega Command Center. This is where we run everything. Notice how everything's very condensed. We don't use 50, 100 boxes. We find that to be a waste. We use what's called mixed boxes like this. We have a whole mixture of different stuff that people might be looking for. Same thing with food, water, and meds. We put them all together. There's no reason to have a whole entire box full of water and then a whole entire box full of food and a whole entire box of things when no one's going to use it. So what you want to do is you want to mix them together, and you can create multiple mixed boxes because when people come in here, they're looking for food and water and meds usually all together. So it just makes it easier on your explorers, makes it easier on your people. Now, of course, it's your game. You can do whatever you want. That's what I used to do in the beginning. I've always been the quartermaster. So sometimes I've actually spent like 9 hours in a row doing nothing but quartermastering. I know, that's a lot. That's a lot of quartermastering. Until I learned some better techniques and how to quartermaster faster, and I can do it in way less time. Usually within 10, 15 minutes or so, I can quartermaster a good 30 or 40 drop boxes at the same time because I know how to condense them down and then sort them afterwards. Should always condense them first, then sort. Because otherwise you're just going to be putting the same thing in the same box 15 times. So again, as you can see there, we like to combine that. Now we have overflow boxes in case we do have a lot of extra raw food or that kind of stuff. We put it in an overflow box and a separate box that is mainly more for the person who's managing the food than it is for everybody else. Everybody else, your explorers and all of that, they're not dealing with that. They're not dealing with 5,000 things of water. They want to come in real quick, get what they need, grab some quick ammo, some weapons, and then say sayonara, bro, and then get right back out to the wasteland again so they can go ahead and collect that brass and all that other stuff you need for more ammo and whatnot. It just makes it nice and easy for them. I think of them instead of thinking how I can make it easier on me as a quartermaster in that way, at least. So let's go ahead and put some of our frames back. Actually, let's keep our frames and let's put our signs in there. Let's go ahead and sort all of that and keep this going. So we were getting some steel. Let's go ahead and just grab all the steel we got for right now. We'll go ahead and just burn the rest of that up. Ooh, look at all that steel in there. 834 being done right now. 326 there. Not bad, not bad. Let's keep that steel going. How we looking? Looking good over there. They're 138 there, so about 1,000 or so. A little bit of forged iron. Take some of that too so we can repair. So that is a bit of that. So, oh, and perks. I have a lot of the perks. I'm heavy into science. So I can do science, I can do electrical and stuff like that. I didn't get around to turrets this time, but they're fairly easy. You just use different parts of like a shotgun or an auto turret. I've done it many times, done a lot of mega builds, by the way, across my playtime, and some that are so big that are like the size of a city. Huge, huge builds. But as you can see, that is the command center. So let me go down to the kill box, show you that real quick, and then I'll show you the mega garden and the mega sky garden. So again, this is the sniper level, like so. And then this is from just standing up here, so you can snipe peeps. You can also dash behind this, and so you don't get hit by those cops. Then one area down, with it's called the yellow level. It's kind of inside the kill box. The birds can't get you. The mobs can't get to you. While we're in here, we might as well upgrade all of this too. The mobs can't get to you in with these 50 rounds. Makes it work really good. Let's repair some of that while we're at it. Now, we also have a lower level so you can loot and you can go ahead and repair the blade traps and whatnot. But this level is so that you're above so you can see and shoot any cops or whatever that's coming up on your base. Now, usually we try to kill the cops and crawlers. All the other mobs typically get grinded up by the blade traps, and we're using an inverse blade trap setup. I'm kind of finally coming through and upgrading these. Slacking on these big time. Slacking on them big time. Chewie's gonna have to repaint. Who knew that Chewie was an awesome interior decorator? Who knew? Boom. Alright, our base is now made out of steel. That's pretty epic. That's pretty awesome. And you can see we got two power generators going here, which actually go out to a motion detector that detect the mobs running up, and then automatically turn the blade traps on. And then when they no longer detects it, it goes ahead and lets it run for another 10 seconds. You can see them right up here in this corner. And we have it set to detect zombies only. So when the zombies get right about here, it'll see it. Boom. Activate these blade traps on this side, on this kind of corner. And then when they fall in there, of course, they get chopped up. So it's not running all of the time, burning all of your energy. All you need to do is just automate it. Totally automated base. Speaking of, watch this. Come over here, girl. There we go. Notice how it turns itself on as the mobs run up. Fall right in there. Get chopped up. Now, if you want to snipe them, you're welcome to. Snipe away. It's up to you. But this is the greatest thing about this base is we have no subterranean base. Very difficult to do. We started this from scratch, from nothing, from the very beginning. We actually started really far away from here. We started way down here. Way down here. We started right about here. I actually started down here. We ended up taking over this post office. We hung out there for a while. Then I traveled around looking for larger cities. We got a large city there. We also have another one here that's fairly close to us. Got another one. We got some traders and whatnot all around the place here. We got another city this way, or another little town. And again, that big city there. Tons of traders and everything. So we're literally right next to the trader. Underneath here, again, this is kind of a garage area. It used to be our base down below, but then we moved it up above. And again, we're right next to the trader here, as you can see. Now, our cement pad, we built all the way around the entire trader. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. When you look on the map, you can actually see how big it is compared to the trader. That's pretty big. Pretty big. Takes a while to get that done, but of course, we've got epic people who work together. This is not just me, by the way. It's not me collecting all these resources. I mean, I built it, and Pokey helped me a bit on the Sky Garden here. But a lot of these resources and a lot of this stuff is a huge team effort of people working together. And if you can find some great people to play with, and even if you want to play on our community server, you're welcome to. Welcome to go and play on there and have a great time. Just make sure to follow those rules. So this is the Sky Garden over here. And let's go ahead and get a kind of a bird's eye view of the area. There we go. That's a lot. That's a lot, right? That's pretty big. Pretty big. Now, right now, we're still working on the filling in the rest of the glass over the top, but you can see we've got a pretty decent start on it. We've got a whole lot of bulletproof glass, so when you're up here and say some cops are down there and they're trying to shoot at you, right there. See? Why did she go over there and not toward me? That's what you're wondering. You should be wondering that, because that's the smart thought. The reason why she's going over there is because the forges are up above and they are set just directly over the top of the kill box. So when they're going toward the forges and going toward the heat signature, it's actually dragging them to their doom to end up in the base itself. Now, this base is a test. The base of it's a test because it's angled to see if they will walk up that angle and then walk up the next angle, those kind of ramps, and end up in the kill box, in which they do. So it's a huge success. Incredibly brilliant design there. Incredibly great upgrade to another brilliant design. Sometimes I have these moments where I suddenly go, oh my gosh, what a brilliant idea. What a genius moment. It's like lightning striking your brain. Hey, Lizard Wizard. What's up? Great name, by the way. Kez, do you think this game would be good if played on playing solo? It depends on if you like this type of game. I probably would not play it solo. I'm not into really playing a lot of solo games. Probably Fallout 4 would be the only exception. And then probably like Fallout Shelter or something like that. But typically I don't play single-player games. I love the teamwork aspect of it. I especially love the crafting. I love the fact that you can build anywhere and build whatever you want. You're not limited in what you can build. You can build entire towers. You can build a whole city if you want. You could tear the entire world down to bedrock if you want. If you want to spend enough time cutting underneath the whole entire world, it's up to you. It's your world to explore and build and whatever, much like Minecraft. But of course, then you have the more advanced stuff like power and stuff like that that you can do, and of course the more advanced graphics like Fallout 4. Now, is it really super advanced graphics? Is it really the best of the best? Well, not right now because it's only an alpha. They're putting in the fun first before they put in all the dazzle, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them because that's what the smart thing to do, because I don't play zombie games. I don't play H1Z1. I don't play zombie apocalypse games. I don't watch The Walking Dead. I don't watch scary movies or into scary movies at all. So if someone like me, who is totally usually not into it, is playing your game, then you know you're doing something right. Somebody who would never normally play this game if it was some sort of zombie apocalypse game. And they actually had to, like, twist my arm for me to come in and play. Like, Kismet, oh, you got to try 7 Days to Die. I'm telling you, you love to build. It's going to be your favorite. I'm telling you, come in. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And I knew 30 minutes in, I was stuck. I was addicted to this game. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite games now of all time. I'm incredibly great. And it's not even released yet. It's not even released yet. It's still one of my favorites because the building is so good. The frames is such a brilliant idea. The fact that you can put your frames down like that and you say, oops, I don't want that to be there, and then you can just pick it right back up. That's nothing short of genius. A lot of the ideas in here, the electricity and that kind of stuff is super fun. Reminds me of Fallout 4, kind of Fallout 4 and Minecraft put into one, and that was their main goal to do. And they did a great job. So it's not very fun for me playing solo, but you might like it. You might like it. By the way, Allie, you did a great thing there. See, you did a smart thing. If you have a question or comment for me, my name is Kismet. You can put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. It'll highlight in red, even attached to the top of my chat. Now, if I miss it for any reason, throw it in there again, just like Allie did. See, and that's how it makes it easy for me to find it in there, because it'll be attached to the top of my chat. And again, if I do miss it, I don't consider it spam at all. Mods, what are you guys doing? Watch chat. PG-13, bro. Oh, Crazy's on it. Never mind. Crazy's on it. Kismet, is there a reason you picked that biome for your base? Yes, USA Boxer. Great question. Great question. The reason why I picked this for it is, one, it's by the trader. Two, it's by these other towns. But really the reason why I picked it is because I like the plains biome, because it doesn't rain all the time. It's not snowing all the time. It's not this and that and this and the other thing all the time. It's very even temperatured here, though it does rain sometimes and it does snow sometimes, which is very weird why it would snow there. But it is very even temperatures like right now. So I don't have to have a coat all the time. I don't have to poncho all the time. I might need a poncho more often than a coat, but I don't have to always constantly worry about that every minute that I'm playing, which is really annoying. That and screamers all the time are fairly annoying when you're trying to just build, right? You're trying to do stuff. So this is the Mega Sky Garden. It turned out fantastic. One of the biggest gardens we've done. We've actually done one about 4 times the size of this before, and it was on top of the building, which is pretty crazy. It was one of our mega. It was I think that was gigantus mega kill box. It was massive. It was absolutely humongous. So there we go. And then we have, of course, our tree farm over here. Let's go take a look at that. And, of course, we're building stuff around the trader this time just for funsies. What's up with my shooting today? Now, some of these guys are going to run. Since the higher level you get, the more chance you have of getting ferals. Right? So you're going to get ferals, and they're going to try to come up and try to shoot you in the face. And when you're trying to snipe 1-1... Oh my gosh, what is my deal today? Let's do some blinking or something. There we go. So yeah, this is kind of our tree farm out here. We go and cut this down usually before Horde Night. Just so happens that today is Horde Night. So we should come over here and cut this down. Now, of course, you can see, look how humongous this is, right? Huge. Huge. We're going to build a whole bunch of stuff back here. Got about another week, then we're going to reset. We're going to turn the hardness up even harder. We're going to make the nights longer. So it's going to be a lot tougher to play. And we're going to have our people step up a bit. Step up a bit. Because we put the training gloves on for now. But again, if you want to be part of that teamwork restart, let me know. Let me know. Let's see. Kiddo says, Kismet, as a person with vertigo, I find over time falling safely, minimizing damage is your skill you learn over time. Do you agree? Yes, I sit down. If I start to feel like I'm going to fall, I typically sit down right away. Because I know I'm going to fall. Because I've actually come up the stairs before with like a glass of milk. And the problem with vertigo is you don't know if you're really falling or not. Because you feel like you're falling all the time. So, at least I do. And so you don't really know when you're really falling. So I didn't know I was really falling. I fell and that glass of milk hit the stairwell, went, when it was made out, it was a glass cup too, so luckily it didn't break, but it went flying, the milk went everywhere, and I went down hard, man. That was like really bad fall. I just fell earlier too, going to unicycle for my kids. I was going up some steps, and I was fine until I got to the steps, and the second I started to step, the ground pitches on me. Because I have like interchannel ear issues. I have hearing loss in one of my ears, I think it's my right ear, that I have issue with it, so it caused my equilibrium to be off. So I basically pitch sometimes. The whole world just pitches, and man, I went down hard. Bam! I cut up my leg, or cut up my wrist, my knee a bit, and of course, then everybody got to see me fall down. They're like, "Oh, who's that old guy? Is he okay?" And I just looked at everybody and I said, "That was smooth, wasn't it?" Because you know what? In life, you got to just deal with your life problems, right? You can take it, you can laugh or you can cry. I usually like to just laugh it off. Because there's nothing I can do about it. I can't make it go away. I've already seen 11 doctors. I've already spent my entire retirement and my wife's retirement going to these 11 doctors and just spending hundreds of hours working on it, and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm glad I saved all that money, because I'd probably be dead right now. I'd probably be dead right now if I didn't have that money to find out what my issues were and then to step it up on my own, because those doctors, screw those doctors, I'm not laying down and dying. So there we go. There we go. So yeah, minimize. What I do is I hold on to the handrails more than I ever did. I never hold on to the handrails before. I never hold on to the handrails. I never hold on to stuff or look for stuff to lean on or to grab in case of an emergency, in case I do fall, which I did. Luckily, there's like a center thing that you can hold on to. So when I fell, I grabbed that center thing, which kept me from falling just straight face onto the ground, which does help a lot. And again, I've had it for 2.5 years now, and I've got a lot better at it. But sometimes it becomes overwhelming. It's just very tough to manage it. So that's what I do. But I manage it every day. You can, if you work real hard at it, you can learn to manage those conditions a bit better, and just try to live as normal life as you can. Kismet, that base with the garden on the roof, I think, was the first military base by the Kismet Army. Yeah, it was one of those big ones. What is your game stage? I am at day 203. Right now, and I'm level 100 and something, 187, and we're pretty much in the stage now where we're just doing a lot of mega building, where we are just taking our builds to a whole nother level, because we pretty much conquered at this point. Once you get past like level 120, you can unlock whatever spec you are. Plus, we usually have 12 to 15 people on our server who are really exceptionally great. We all work together. One person be doing weapons, one person be doing food, another person be doing this, and sometimes we have cross people, one person doing tools, and another person kind of the backup tools, kind of like your primary thing you're doing and your secondary thing. And all of this is because of all that hard work that everybody's done together. It's one of my favorite things, especially when we first launch. When we first restart the server, everybody's off doing their thing and just bringing their stuff in and making the food, making the water, and I'm building stuff, or I'll be doing quartermastering, or I'll be out scavenging, or I'll be doing whatever, right? I'll be doing one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And that's what I love to do. I love to work together with other great peeps. Speaking of working together, let's go ahead and get some stuff done here before Horde Night's coming up real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. Repair on all my stuff. So that's why I picked the biome, and we're in kind of the final stages of the game. We're going to be resetting in about a week. I think we're going to reset a week from this Monday. So not this Monday, but the Monday after that. And I'm going to be turning all the settings up much higher. Hey, Kismet, can you share the wood frames tip? Sure, it's Suzu. It's Susie, sorry. See, that's another problem with my sleep apnea. Thanks to Dave B for the tip on the wood frames. What you do is you go ahead and you convert your raw wood into wood frames because it lasts longer. So you can see we made a lot of wood frames here. Let's go ahead and see if any of our forges have run out. That one's doing good. Oh, actually, they're all still running. But if your forges start to run down, the way you can tell the difference is simply to grab some of that wood. Oh, I'm out of it. Well, we got to go get some more. Let's get some more, and then we'll test it, and I'll show you guys that one more time. As you can see, we've all got chainsaws and whatnot. Let's put this in here. That out of there. Put my sniper here. Like that. And let's go back in here. Check my sniper's loaded. Yep. Now, I typically like the 44 Magnum or the sniper. I think they're pretty fun to play. I do typically prefer the sniper, though. So what you can do is if you got a chainsaw or an axe, you can cut down these trees. You can plant them and then replant and then cut them down. Now, if you notice right here, we've got kind of a planter underneath them. Just to kind of... Oh, I forgot to get gas. Forgot to bring the gas. Let's go get that. That's going to be helpful. That's going to be super helpful. Again, the reason why I close that every time is in case crawlers come up that. And again, this is everybody working together. Some people are out collecting gas. Some people are making glass and gas and a whole bunch of other stuff. A whole lot of it. There we go. I'll reload that while we're walking. Same thing with our auger. So while you're walking, that's the best time to do something. When you're going up and down a ladder, when you're going from place to place, if you're walking, is to go ahead and do stuff like reload and then build up put your gas in there, and then you're ready to go. So there we go. So we got our tree down. Now inside there, you can see that it's just a piece of dirt that we put in there, and then we use the garden hoe to get it. Watch how fast this goes with the chainsaw, though. Now, a little worried I'm going to drop some stuff here. Still doing good. All right, pretty close. All right, so there we go. So you can see how fast that is with a chainsaw, especially a high-level one like I have a 528 chainsaw. And that's what that's for. That's for us to farm it. Now, again, if you do have a comment or question, there it was right there. You put Kids or Kismet in the chat. I'll highlight in red. I know you're talking directly to me. On the restart, will you keep this mega build or start rebuilding? No, whenever I restart, I actually wipe the server. I use a whole new map, randomly generated. We don't know where the cities are. We don't know where anything is. I do prefer to do that. I think it puts a little bit of what's over that mountainside and what's over that, what's down that way there, and what's over here, that kind of thing. And this particular next playthrough, I always set myself certain goals. Like this goal is the mega base, and to make a gigantic bases, massive scale bases. Next time I have some different goals, which I'm not going to share with you yet. But when we go to reset the server, I will share some of those goals. And I like to it kind of focuses the team too, so they all know what we're doing and where we're going in this particular playthrough. And we learn new stuff every single playthrough, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun. So let's go ahead and put back some of this forged iron and forged steel for right now, and then that's going to allow us to get more of that gas. Now we're coming up on Horde Night. Going to be just another few minutes here, and I guess it's just going to be me tonight. Usually we have at least a few people on, if not up to 15 people on this particular server simultaneously. And you can have more, by the way. You can have a lot more if you want. Now, the reason why I cut down the trees on Horde Night is it reduces the lag. If you're having lots and lots of lag and you have a big tree farm nearby, I suggest you cut it down. How does vertigo affect my gaming? Great question. Let me turn this down. Holy moly. So loud. Thank you for the host. Let's see. Hexinator, thank you. And All You Can Lead also. And Dabbers McGee earlier. Thank you so much for that host. Yeah, it does still affect it. I usually try to gauge my vertigo in a scale of 1 to 10. Right now it's about a 3 or a 4. Basically, that's when I'm still kind of dizzy and kind of feel that weird feeling that you have when you vertigo. Some of you know what I'm talking about. But it's not so bad that I need to lay down because I'm going to fall down. So it does affect my vertigo. Sometimes when I'm standing up really high, I have that vertigo trigger in there. But I've learned to manage it. Just like fear, vertigo is very much like fear. It's like managing your fear, knowing that if you can control it mentally, you're fine. Now, one of the things that does trigger it is if I'm under a lot of stress. If I'm in a stressful situation, then that vertigo will do that. I've been a graphic designer for 25 years, and boy, you're in a stressful situation when you're doing that because you're always trying to hit deadlines. The client's always running behind. They always want the logo bigger, or they want 2% magenta added to it. They're never going to see that. They're never going to see that difference. But it's always something that you're under the gun. You're under these really tight deadlines, and you always have all this stress that you're trying to do, which is why I don't do that anymore. Which is why I don't do that, because it'll just trigger my vertigo. Then it will make it I have to lay down, and then I won't get my stuff done on time. This is my relaxation, by the way, is gaming. So actual gaming helps my vertigo because it's my relaxation time. I don't get upset if I die. I don't get upset if I lose loot, or or if I don't get kill the dragon or whatever it is, because this is how I relax, and it's actually like therapy. Like therapy means game therapy, which is awesome, because if the more I play, the more it kind of relaxes me, the better it makes my vertigo. Which I know, it seems wild, right? Seems the opposite. You'd think you'd have more because you'd be all stressed out. But I've been gaming forever. I've been gaming since Pong came out, and before that on the Odyssey. So I'm the old school. I played Pong when it dropped back in the day. And this is what I do for fun. So I also do it for a job, because I am a partner streamer here on Twitch. Just got partnered within the last week as well. It's taken me 2.5 years. So don't give up out there, guys. Don't give up if you're trying to get that partnership. Just keep trying to make your stream the best one you've ever done. Like this one, this is the best stream ever. This is the best stream that I've ever done. This is the one. And thanks for hanging out in it. There we go. Game stage. Oh, you meant F1 game stage. How many shows how level of zombies you get? Yeah, right now we have it set on 30, 8 per person typically, at a max of 30. And it's kind of turned down right now. You're going to see the Horde Night doesn't go until 4 a.m. It goes till 2 a.m. because I'll have a lot of new people just learning the game and doing this kind of playthrough until they kind of learn it a bit. Also, it makes the nighttime take forever. It's actually like a torture. Nighttime takes so long. But of course, the higher level you get up, the more it goes up. Also, Alpha 16 versus Alpha 15 is much harder. Just by base. Just you have it on normal level, it's much harder than Alpha 15 is. So be aware of that if you do go to the PC version from console, or from an older version on PC as well. So again, it's kind of turned down a bit for them, but it's still decently hard. I mean, like sometimes we'll have 3 or 4 people on, and we'll have 40 cops coming out. Like 10, 10, 10, 10. I mean, it's like the donut shop just let out or something, right? There's like close the donut shop for remodeling, and then all of a sudden all the cops show up. It's like that. Hey, Kismet, can you show the wood frames tip? I did explain that one. Kismet, when we be doing the restart, a week from Monday, I believe. So if you'd like to be part of it, especially a lot of people who hang out on my stream a lot, who I think I could trust to be an epic part of my team, make sure to whisper me on Discord and say, Kismet, I would like to be part of the Teamwork server relaunch. Now, you can also be part of our community server. You don't have to be a sub or nothing. It's provided by our subs because they're epic. Of course, they get first dibs on going on there. But you can get on there even if you're just part of the community. If you hit that follow button up there, you can be part of that. You just go onto our Discord, go into Lurker chat. You'll see it on the left-hand side. Say Kismet, and go up and read the rules. And say, Kismet, I've read the rules, and I agree, and I'd like to be on the community server. Boom, I will upgrade you, and then boom, you get on there with a bunch of epic peeps on there right now. Let's see who's on there right now. Yeah, Anna and Nizro on there right now, having some fun. I see them in there at least. Having a good time. We have a lot of people over there too. If you don't see them on Discord, they might still be in there as well. So we're going to reset and have them do that. How does placing a wall in front of a tree farm work out for cutting the lag? It does. It does actually makes it so it doesn't have to redraw it. You don't see that interior thing if you're on a lower end machine. Now my machine's pretty beefy. So I don't really have that much issue with lag, but I do have some because it's just the pure quantity of stuff going on stream or on the game, because you have the blade traps running, you have a bunch of people getting hit, they're taking lots of damage. The game is also not optimized yet because it's an alpha, as well as you might have like 20, 30 mobs on the screen. Now we've turned it up to 60 before, and that's epic. But it also causes some people with the lower end machines to get lagged out like you wouldn't believe, because they're just standing there going, or they're doing the running man, and they can't even play, which sucks. Ali says, Kismet, I remember watching you shortly after Fallout Shelter came out. It may have been under a different username, but it's super cool. how much you've grown, and it's really inspiring. Ah, thank you, Allie. I appreciate that. Yes. Or all you can leap. I keep calling you Allie. It's all you can leap. See, again, that's another vertigo issue or sleep apnea issue. There we go. Now, if she doesn't spawn a cop, I'll be fine. Let me turn my sound back up again, too. These guys are running up. Getting chomped up. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a med kit for Horde Night, just in case we get hit by some cops. Also got the ability to repair our stuff. Let's go ahead and check on our things down here. Now, as you can see, I have the ability to repair these from up here. How you doing? You dead yet? Again, you also can hear Trader Joe's a lot, so I'm going to go around just real quick. Check those blade traps. They're looking good. Looking good. Now, I don't know what side it's going to spawn on, so we'll find out what it is, and it's just going to be me. Just going to be me on this one. Day 203, or really 202 into 203. Or 203 into 204, excuse me. Horde Night. Let's see. Not this side. That side. Oh, I need a rocket launcher. Hold on. Oh, I hear him coming in. Let's go ahead and get a rocket launcher. Let's really have some fun. Let's get my rocket launcher action going on up in here. Don't need the chainsaw right now. We'll just put that back in there. I knew I saw some rockets somewhere. Put them in the drop box. Ah, there we go. I'm sure nothing horrible is going to happen if I've got some rockets. Crawlers. Dead crawler. So far, pretty mellow. Oh, they're coming from this side. Coming from the north side. All right. Best to find out what side they're coming from. So you can lead them in here. Now, that's far enough away that they typically won't destroy that. But if they do attack it, then I will go ahead and take care of it. Now, I don't see any cops, so I don't really need to use my rockets. And if they do kind of group up together, then it's kind of fun to do it. But I'm going to go in here, work on these blade traps. Aha, you dead. You dead, bro. Browinski. Now, I like to stand on my little sniper tower here. They come straight toward me. I take care of cops. I take care of crawlers. Wow, that's a whole lot of fail there. Got him a little bit. Now, I like to stand on the edge here. Then when he tries to run his way up here, I just shoot straight down at him and get him like that. All right, so far so good. Not too bad. Again, reload while you're waiting. And it starts to get progressively harder and harder and harder the later the nighttime it gets. Also gets harder and harder depending on what Horde Night you are. Again, it's also called the Blood Moon because there's a blood moon around here somewhere. Again, that's why we use inverse blade traps. Now, notice how we still got the loot, by the way. I got a big pile of mobs down there. That's why we get to keep the loot because it's upside down. Now, if you're really smart, you'd be looting all that right now while they're in there, but I don't really care. I don't care that much about it. We'll loot it after. Sometimes I just hip fire these crawlers. Works just as good. Wow, no cops. Now there's like progression in 7 days, by the way, where it gets harder and harder and harder, and then it comes back down again. And then it gets harder and harder and harder, and then comes back down again. As it cycles through those 7 days, it will get increasingly tougher, and then sometimes it drops down. Like right now, it seems like it's dropped down because I don't have like 50 cops on me right now. As well. Here comes a crawler. Again, when you have lots of ammo and lots of materials to build a big giant mega base like this, it does get a little bit easier. Because you don't have to constantly wait, constantly be fighting stuff off by yourself. Which is nice. Which is nice. But if you don't like it, you want a challenge, well then just run around down on there on Horde Night with your club. I've done it before. Super fun. It's super fun. So that's what it looks like from up here from the sniper area. Let's go inside the base so you can watch it from in there as well. Watch them get chopped up. Now, when you're in here, you're also protected against birds, so birds don't come and get you. Here in the kill box. Now, also, if you're down here, if you got a buddy, you want to have your buddy doing some looting. Also, easier to shoot him in the face like that. Somebody else is still twitching down there, you can get him. But you can't see you can't see the cops. You can't see what's coming in there. But that's okay. Then the cops can't hit you either. So, now also while you're in here, just go ahead, repair those blade traps as they're getting damaged. Like so. I'll just run around the base real quick while they're taking a moment. And you're going to be like, well, Kismet, what's the reason to play now? If you can just kill all the mobs, what's the reason to play? Well, I can't just instantly kill all the mobs, by the way. Sometimes they glitch through there. Sometimes they can actually crawl up on the side of the building. The crawlers, that's why I shoot them. You always have the ability for your base to get destroyed, even at this level. Lots of crawlers today. So again, you can just sit here and watch them get grinded up and then repair it. That's what your base is for. If you survive and all your stuff survives Horde Night, then your base did it right. Even if your base is like nearly falling down, it got so owned, it's still good. Now, I don't get any XP for this, by the way, so if you do want XP, you don't want to use the blade traps, but they're super nice. Oh, speaking of what I was talking about. Little crawler sneaking up here. Crawler sneaking up here. Get off my thing. Gotta be diligent. There's something really funny about hitting them and then falling into blade traps after. I don't know why that is. You gotta watch out for jumbos here. Jumbos are the thing that really break your stuff. Gotta kill those jumbos when you can. Now I get down in this little cubby hole here. And I can shoot through here. Anybody happens to make it through. Highly effective, as you can see. Touchdown! There we go. Not much time left. Some dogs. Always like to kill dogs. They're not necessarily going to get killed by your blade traps. So they do sometimes get killed by them. I hear a cop. There he is. Now, the early in Alpha 16, the cops would completely lag you out when they fall in your blade traps. Oh, he blew up there, so watch out. Once you see cops blow up, make sure to repair your blade traps right away, because they're going to take lots of damage around it. Sometimes the ones close by take damage, but that one definitely took a lot of damage. You don't want that blade trap getting killed right at the wrong time. Dead. Own that dude. Here comes the cops. Get in there, get grinded up, people. Even feral mob getting grinded up. Because it's right at that level. Oh yeah, here comes the tougher ones. Shoot him in the chest, and then try to get a couple shots in the head. Try to slow him down. That's what I try to do. These ones are especially tough. But basically the hardest mob in the game, even harder than ferals, I think. Because, speaking of, because they shoot you at an angle too. Dead. And that's about it. That's about it. That's why you need an epic mega base, so you can defend the whole thing by yourself. Like that. Oh, doggy survived. See how the dogs can survive? Didn't survive that, though. Didn't survive that, sucker. Then it's just like loot.com up in here. Grab all the sweet loot. And let's go ahead and offload this stuff now. And we'll grab a bunch of sweet loot. And thanks again, all you can leap. Appreciate that love. I'm going to put that in my nice things that people say. Now, sometimes I do get focused, like you saw there on Horde Night. Sometimes I do get focused on that, and then I come back to the chat afterwards. If you use my name, Kiz or Kismet, I can see it like a lot of epic people did. I can go back to Shannon and say, what's more dangerous, 10 zombie cops or Kismet with a rocket launcher? I'm going to probably have to go with the second one. And I didn't even get to use my rocket launcher again. I keep forgetting. Kiz, what do you use on the sniper level of the kill box on the corners? Ah, great question, Dabber McGee. Great question. Yeah, we tried some different materials and different angles to try to get that to kind of poke out on the side here. But right here, this is actually a rounded wet concrete item, which is this one right here, wet concrete corner round. That's what we have there on the edge. Also, we have 2 wedges in between here, just some simple ramps, basically. And then again, with a rounded one, I should have put bulletproof glass right there, or a murder hole would have been great. And I might do that next time. Put it like a murder hole there and a murder hole here, so you can shoot down through it. That would be a much smarter idea. Then you can upgrade to steel, but you can still shoot through it and then hit stuff underneath. Same thing with wedges there. And then, of course, we've steeled it all in. Worked fantastically. Worked fantastically. Probably one of my favorite parts of the base is these kind of little sniper areas where you can stand out here and snipe stuff. Snipe. Now, again, it'd be better if it was glass and you could see down below as well. And then, of course, over the top here, we have the walkways, the ramps. That helps a lot as well. Helps a lot as well as the ramps. So yeah. That's why he's Kismet. Exactly. You answered my question before you read it. Do you earn XP in the traps and zombies? Yes, that's why they call me Kismet. That very reason. That's how I got that nickname. Somebody would walk up, say, or I'd be saying, hey, we should go do this, this, and this. And then somebody would walk up and say, hey, we need to go do this, this, and this. And they're like, whoa, that's weird. He just said that. Whoa, that's like Kismet. Bam, there we go. Had that name since before most people were born. More people call me Kismet, by the way, in real life than actually my real name. And no, I'm not going to tell you my real name. So there you go. There you go. So if you call out Kismet, I'll probably look at TwitchCon. If you say some other name, I will not probably look. Even if you knew what my real name was, I probably wouldn't look. Because my real life friends have been calling me Kismet forever. Forever. I can't even remember. I think it was like 8, 10, 12. I can't remember. A long time ago. Forever ago. They've always called me that. So, pretty wild. Long time. But I am the Kismet now here on Twitch. I was nice enough to change my name, Kismet_Ring of Destiny. The partner team, once I got partnered about a week ago, they said, you know what, if you want that name, we'll see if we can get it for you. And they said, yep, we can get it for you. And bam, I'm now the Kismet on Twitch, which is awesome. So it's twitch.tv/Kismet now instead of that Kismet_Ring, which I'm sure you remember. All you can leap back in the day when I was playing Fallout. As well as playing Fallout Shelter way, way long ago. Now, I'm still going to plan to play some Fallout Shelter. Don't think I'm going to give it up because I play it pretty much every night on my iPad after the stream. It's kind of like my relaxation after the stream. But I will, of course, play some more here. Why not use horizontal trap like a wall? What do you know we don't? You can use a horizontal trap. It does work. It does work if you put it on the thing like this. You mean a vertical trap, actually, would it be. Horizontal would be like this. Vertical would be like that, where you have the blade on there, and they run up and they hit the blade, and they die. Nothing wrong with doing that. You can totally do it. The thing I don't like about it is that it blocks your ability to shoot through. Meaning that shooting through like this. So if you're in the kill box, right, and you have it sideways, it causes more of an obstruction. If you attach it to the side of the base, right? So it's obstructing in a vertical fashion, basically one up. Now, of course, you can still shoot through it, but it's just obstructing because it's spinning in that way. But if you have it this way, it's less obstructing your view and more allowing you to zero in on those mobs. That's the reason why I like it. Now, the reason why I have it inversed also is so that I get the loot. See all the loot down there? Free loot. Now, there's actually even more. I could have, if I got it really fast, I could have got even more loot. Speaking of more loot showing up, come on in here and get chopped up. So that's why I did the inverse blade traps, so we get to save the loot. Now, we also tried to put some 50 rounds underneath there so the mobs would fall down, and then you could just loot them at the bottom, which is also another great idea. You can use it as a pit. I've done it many different ways. I've done it on the ground, at ground level with this kind of ramp, and they fall in and they die, which does work, but then your loot disappears. I've also done it as a pit, where they come in at ground level, and then they're coming in, or be more like this, they're coming in, and then they fall down in there, and then they get blade trapped up as well, which works pretty good as well. Either way. But the great thing about having it 2 levels up as opposed to having it at ground level is it's hitting them right in the head level, especially for cops. Especially for cops and radiated mobs, it's hitting them in the head, which is doing way more damage than if you're chopping their legs off and then hitting them down below. But that's also why we have the spikes too, in case they do get hit in such a way where they get down real low, then they can hit the spikes and die from that as well, on top of dying from the spikes as they get a little bit too high, and then boom, it chops their head off. Anyway, so that's why we have them inversed like that as opposed to having them on the thing, because they cause a massive, what do you call it? Obstruction. Massive obstruction from your view to shoot out of the kill box. And also to loot your mobs. Though you could always just do something from underneath and just loot it from underneath as well. I mean, there's about 1,000 different ways of doing the same thing. No way is wrong. It is whatever you want to do because it's your game and you can play it however you want. That's just why we do it. And I like to try different things. I've already tried the vertical one before. I've tried it on we took over an oil refinery, and I put one upside down. I also put one vertically, and I preferred the upside down inverse blade trap just because it's easier to see. It chops them, it hits them right at head level as opposed to just hitting them whole body level, right? I like to hit them right at head level, just like you're trying to snipe them. Just trying to snipe them in the head. Boom, put those blade traps to that level. You'll see even irradiated cops die to it. I don't even have to shoot the cops, so I don't want to. But then I have to repair my blade traps more. But I don't have to shoot them. They'll all die. Every single type of mob will come over here and die in those blade traps as long as they don't get destroyed. So there we go. So, yeah, Kelgren, give it a try, bro. Give it a try. Try different things out. I don't try... This base is different than the last one I built, which is different from the last one, and the one before that 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 one, and 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 that one. I built a lot of bases, as you can tell. I built a lot of bases. That's not exaggerating, by the way. That is about how many bases I've built. From small little bases where we take over a house, or we take over an oil refinery, or we take over the post office, or we take over a tools area, to building incredibly huge bases like we're doing this time. We don't do mega bases every time, but this is a pretty huge base. I mean, this goes completely around the trader. It's about 4 times the size of the trader itself. Or really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 9, 8 times the size of the trader. So yeah, about 8 times the size of the trader, which is pretty big. Pretty big, a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of effort you got to put into it to make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. What else we got here? We need more glass up in this thing here. Get that going. Get that going. I was going to drop off all this loot. That's what I was going to do. Stack this up a little bit first, though. All right. Keep my forges going. Now, the reason why I have so many screamers, by the way, is because I have so many forges running. So many forges and chemical stations and all of that stuff. We let it run all the time. And the reason why it's here in the center of the base is so that as stuff comes toward it, it goes up the ramp, then up the other ramp, and then falls in the blade traps. So we never have to worry about screamers. Like right now, here it's getting chopped up. Now, when it's taking a long time to die like that, it's still going, that means it's a crawler usually. Right? Or it's a whole lot of mobs. Yeah, I'm really scared. Speaking of crawlers, so again, that's all you need to do right there. Build yourself a Kismet kill box, you're set. Even if you don't have the blade traps, by the way. Even if you don't have the blade traps, you just use these 50 columns. Reminds me of the Parthenon, by the way. Just use these 50 columns, and you'll be just fine. Now you can also double stack your blade traps. Again, I'd try to help those crawlers along. Help them to the next world. And there we go. Again, that's like a ton of loot out there I should be looting. Ton of loot. Let's do it. Drop a bunch of this stuff over here in this drop box that I was working with. Look at all that. Look at all that wood. Nice. Nice. Whole bunch of sweet loot. Let's get that out of there for now. And let's go loot a whole bunch of stuff. And rarely do I loot. Usually I let my people loot because, of course, they're typically doing the scavenging. I'm doing more of the base building and micromanaging the team and all of that. But if you let the stuff stay out here too long, eventually it will disappear. Or other zombie stuff will get on top of it. And then you'll miss out on a lot of your loot. And it's taken me a while here to loot it, so some of it's probably gone now. But, oh well. Should have got me an axe while I was up there. Should have got me an axe. So all I'm doing is hitting E and then R. And then they keep just like falling in my lap here to give me more loot. And we're going to try to go a little bit faster here. Run around, get some of that loot. Lots and lots of sweet loot. Bone Grip's hanging out. Ah, ramps. I thought so, but wasn't sure. Yeah, they're ramps. Works great. Yeah, ramps turn sideways, and you use the advanced rotation to put them sideways. Yeah, works great. Try to extend that corner. I used to use blocks, which was very clunky for those corners, but you can still do it with blocks if you want to. But what you want to do is minimize your visibility obstruction, right? How good can you see your enemy, but still have him blocked so he can't get to you? And that's what this base is all about. I mean, this is all about the fact that they can't get to you unless they break through these 50 rounds. Right now, we've got it upgraded a lot. So it's 12,000, then let's go through 10,000, then 6,000, then 3,000 to get into the base, which is a lot of damage. Now, is it possible? Oh yeah, I've seen it happen before. Definitely possible. I just remember we were making a whole bunch of stuff too. But very highly improbable. All right, that's looking good. Now, before we cut up these zombies for some fertilizer, we're going to get ourselves an axe instead of using the kind of slacker thing I've been using, which is the auger or the chainsaw. And this way you're going to get some more resources. And you also use the machete, by the way. Want to get your machete skills up. Now make sure it says the name of the zombie, and then you have a higher chance of hitting it, by the way. There's a lot of zombies. A lot of potential fertilizer. Like so. The dragons are coming, says Ash. Hosted, but it didn't register, said Ash. Oh, what a bummer. I tried again. Make sure you type my name right. Make sure you didn't type Kismet _ Ring of Destiny. I'm no longer that. I'm now just host/Kismet. Maybe you spelled it wrong, too. That could have been it, too. Check your chat. The best way to do it is to check your chat. And if your chat says that you have so many hosts left, then you're good. It might have said, sorry, there's nobody by that name if you're trying to do Ring of Destiny. Because I no longer use that name, and if you try to use it, it doesn't work. One of the drawbacks of changing your name is they cannot forward it to another name. So if you do change your name, you just got to suffer the issues. All right, that's all looking good. How are we looking on space? Plenty of space left. Okay. Now the ones that are out here on the edge, I'll just go out here like so. Get those ones while I'm out here. Crouch down. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. A little bit of ammo in there. And I'll stand up. It's usually in the corners. Now, normally, again, we build it so there's 50 rounds on the bottom, and then we build a little subterranean area, and I'll do that in the next base, right at the very beginning. So basically, you can loot it from underneath. There it is. Technical. Thank you so much for the host. Appreciate that. Kiz, why 50 rounds and not horizontal poles for visibility? I plan to try to use horizontal poles in the future, but I know that they can get through there if you don't have enough space, or if you have enough space. Because I did a test. I took those horizontal poles and I put them down, but I put them vertically though. Those wet concrete poles, which are like these, and I put them together right next to each other to see if they could get in between them, and they can't. You can walk in between them. If you put two of these kind of quarter-sized poles, boom, they can go right in between them like it's nothing. So watch out for that, everybody. Watch out for that. You don't want to build a whole base with those really skinny things, and all of a sudden, now you got a swarm of mobs in there. All right, let's clear this stuff. Yeah, there are mobs that we sniped are laying out here somewhere. Again, Horde Night's pretty much the only time in which I go in and really kind of adjust stuff and loot all these things. All right, looking good. We out of here. All right, that was an epic Horde Night. Pretty nice. Pretty fun. All right. No, I didn't. I looked. Chad did not tell me I had used one host for the hour. My channel also shows I'm hosting you. Oh, weird. Kiz, yeah, vertical they can walk. Horizontal they can't, except for the glitching. If lag's really bad. Yeah. Horizontal, the only ones that can get through are the crawlers. The crawlers can get through. So that's what I plan to do on the next one, because I don't feel like tearing down, 50 pillars of steel right now. And I plan to, when we reset, we're going to try that out right at the very beginning. Of course, we can't do concrete in the very beginning, so if you're trying to do it out of cobblestone, which is basically you start with flagstone, then cobblestone. So if you're doing 50s, you can do flagstones, and you can do wet concrete, and then of course you upgrade your flagstone to cobblestone. And if you're doing the wet ones, these kind of skinny ones, which are called concrete poles, or you can just search for poles, like so. You can just do a flagstone pole, and then upgrade that to cobblestone in the very beginning, and then eventually when you have concrete and all of that, you can then upgrade it to concrete, which is cool. You can also use wood as well, but I would prefer to use the concrete because I can upgrade it then to steel eventually. I plan to see what happens. What happens when you do that, and see if it actually acts as a support as well, because of course you got to have supports for your base, and try it. So I try new stuff every single time. That's why I learn so many different things about the game and ways of making it better every single time. Is I iterate every single time, making the kill box more mega, making it more easy to get to all of the loot without having 5,000 boxes. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, except for the glitching, though, if lag's really bad. It's cool, though. It's like seeing how many lurkers I had. There you go. There you go, Asherath. Yeah, I've seen it. Them do it on our community server, by the way, and it actually looked pretty awesome. And I was there for Horde Night, and it worked pretty great. But I'm so used to the 50 rounds because I know the 50 rounds work. They're fairly inexpensive and cheap. And then, of course, you can loot and, of course, shoot them simultaneously. Works pretty great. How are we looking on time? We're looking good. Looking good. I probably should stop my recording, though. If you are watching this back on YouTube in the future, go ahead and watch for the next one. I'll be back in just a moment with some more 7 Days to Die.